Hundreds marched in Philly today to support an ideology responsible for more than 1 million. Wow, that numbers of death. I can't even believe it. These people are either paid or just plain stupid. Possibly both.
¿Por qué no las dos?
I mean, if you like communism so much, you might like socialism that much too. Let's go to Venezuela and see how they're doing.
Oh shit, here we go again.
You can vote your way into communism, but you can't vote your way out. Venezuela is shutting polling station. Coming to America in 3, 2, 1, 2024. People don't understand the way it works in fascism or communism or socialism, whatever it is. It is basically the same thing anyway. Once you vote for it, you're not voting your way out. At least I can vote my eye out.
You're a victim.
LFG, prevented from entering Venezuela through the border of Colombia by orders of Nicolas Maduro, Venezuelans take their boats on Lake Maracaibo to cast their votes against him in their presidential election.
Que esto ha sido algo tan abrumador, tan grande, que hemos ganado en todos los sectores del país. En todos los estratos del país, en todos los estados del país, en todos ganamos. Y todos los que estamos aquí, el mundo entero, lo vimos en las calles.
And they celebrated for nothing because he said, nah man, you didn't win.
You lose! Good day, sir!
Interesting, looks like Detroit in 2020. They literally hide the democracy. Breaking news, Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro is declared the winner in the presidential election amid opposition claims of irregularity. At the tabulation center in Venezuela, a significant error occurred when the election workers accidentally posted a picture revealing the result of the presidential election. The image displayed pie charts on the worker screen indicating a massive defeat for the socialist president Nicolas Maduro against the opposition. The revelation suggests it would be virtually impossible for Maduro, the one in the red as you can see in the screen, to manipulate the election result in his favor.
They not like us.
So they could not maybe win. They just could not, but he's like, nigga, I won.
But that's impossible!
Venezuela election tonight is giving me serious flashback to November 2020. Yikes.
What difference at this point does it make?
Estoy tratando de pasar, perdón.
Le diga que pase. No es adulterio, usted como usted quiera. Tienen que esperar, usted no. Los testigos que tienen allá adentro están bien. Está bien, tienen que esperar. Tienen que esperar. Allá adentro están, no es cuando ustedes digan, no es cuando ustedes digan.
You need to wait. You need to wait. You have to be here. They'll win. They'll win.
We're gonna get arrested, aren't we?
Nicolas Maduro, Venezuelan dictator, has ordered his police force to prevent election observers from monitoring the ballot counting process at voting centers nationwide. And as you can see, the people that are counting the vote can only be protected by the police and the military to go in or out because the citizens do not agree with this. I guess you can call this an insurrection in your view.
A mí no hay nada que me dé más arrechera que un maldito comunista de primer mundo. No tiene ni puta idea de lo que pasa en Nicaragua, no tiene ni puta idea de lo que pasa en Venezuela, pero te viene a explicar a ti, como ciudadano de esos países, lo que sucede, porque ellos sí saben. Uno es desde Italia, desde Suiza, desde Francia, desde España, que te vienen a decir a ti lo que es el comunismo y por qué es bueno. ¿Sabes qué es bueno? Que tú, maldito comunista, te calles la jeta. Cuando pases hambre, ahí me vienes a hablar a mí de comunismo, imbécil.
They not like us.
A Venezuelan influencer goes off on the woke Western communists. Yes, in Venezuela it's bad. So the moment you tell them how you provide your thing in the first world country, maybe it's because you have way more money or you tax way more. Venezuela was an amazing country until they came with socialism with all these social programs and it destroyed the country. They gave all the people without knowledge all the power and they just destroyed it from within.
Please God, take me now.
I truly believe this, that most conservatives would be fascists if you just didn't use the word, but you explained it in other terms. I was arguing with the big guy on this call and I walked him through this thing. I was like, okay, I'm just curious, right? Let's say that the next election comes around. Let's say that they don't win, but Donald Trump thinks it's rigged. Would you trust like judges that ruled on the case like last time? Would you trust them to make the right decision? It's like, well, no, I think that they're like very politically bought in and they're worried about like the country falling into chaos. Like, okay. Would you trust like Congress to make like a corrective measure or whatever? And he's like, well, no, I don't really trust the government. I don't think Congress would be able to do it. I wouldn't trust them. I was like, okay. Well, what about like the DOJ and the FBI and like their investigations, like with Barr and you know, and the FBI and Comey and everything? It's like, no, definitely don't trust them. It's like, okay, but you trust Donald Trump. That's an emperor. That's a king that you've just anointed. You don't trust the judiciary. You don't trust the legislative. And you don't even really trust the executive branch. You only trust one man. That's it. And that's a problem. It's anti-American and worse than anti-American, it's advocating for a style of governance that's never led to human flourishing or played out in a positive way in any part of society and any part of human history for an extended period of time.
I just think it's a little disingenuous because I think most people are skeptical. Because you say you're going to do something, you do something else, but you tell us to be happy with the new thing that you're doing that I never really voted for. Most conservatives would be satisfied if you don't use the word but explain in other terms. And I can say that maybe about Democrats that hey, they don't use the word racist, but they kind of act like racist because they judge people by their outside and not their inside. All I'm saying, if you grow up in an Indian household, well, maybe you're more Indian than you're black, but I don't want to see you like that to choose or vote for you. That's my point.
The party that cries about how Donald Trump is a threat to democracy just forced out the candidate that their voters chose and nominated a candidate that no one voted for. The hypocrisy is immense in the Democratic Party.
Oh, hey! As you might have heard, Donald Trump's running mate and future star of his own Dateline episode, J.D. Vance, is ruffling quite a few feathers this week.
We're effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies. Who look at Kamala Harris, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Listen up, you wingnut elegy. This country is still controlled by men in systems that were set up by men that are carefully crafted to continue to benefit men. So to put it in women-hating terms, you'll understand you're being hysterical. But let's be clear, there's no correlation between childless people and the presidency. For example, our very first United States president, Mr. George Washington, didn't have children. In fact, he had 2 stepchildren. That's right, just like someone else I know. And to your point about Kamala not being fit because she's not a mother, I'd like to remind you that no president in the history of the United States has ever been a mother. But maybe if she had 5 kids with 3 different men and a scandalous affair with a porn star and was convicted felon, that would be more palatable to Republican men. I mean, my God, are we tired? You sad, diet, Mountain Dew drinking, couch humping, dolphin porn aficionado, all of us childless cat and dog ladies are going to go from childless and crushing it to childless and crushing you in November. And before you tell me he didn't really the couch, spare me. I grew up in New Jersey in the 80s where everyone had a couch in their basement, and I know a couch when I see one.
Be careful what you say there because you just gave me an idea. I can actually identify as a mother because you made it possible.
I mean, I wish it was true, but it's not true.
All I know is this. Everybody has a motherly instinct. They either make the baby or they become an activist or start being a politician and tell you what you have to do.
I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist.
Manipulating a voice in an ad like this one should be illegal. I'll be signing a bill in a matter of weeks to make sure of it.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid.
And Elon Musk responded, I checked with the renowned world authorities, Professor Suck on These Nuts, and he said parody in is legal in America.
Again!
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush, hash, purple, skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, durloqueta, verdeta, welcome.